you doing? My name is Brian.
I'm Leanne.
Pleased to meet you, Leanne. Thank you for taking some time out of your day. Come sit down and talk with me.
For sure.
It'll probably take no more than 10 minutes out of your day, so you can go back. I know people have exams.
I have an exam.
There you go. So we're just gonna roll right along with it. All right. So I just wanted to talk to you about an issue that's been in the forefront of news for at least a decade or so now. Texting while driving. It's been a huge issue. Like I said, I wanted to know what has been your experience with texting while driving. Do you do it often?
All
All the
the
time?
time.
Okay.
I've never had a problem.
Never? Yeah. Okay. I guess my next question would be, have you ever had anybody that you know close to you or otherwise that has maybe been the victim of texting while driving?
No.
Talking on the phone while driving or any other kind of distractions while
I
behind the
mean,
wheel?
I've had friends that have been accidents involving alcohol, but never involving a phone.
Okay, interesting. That brings me to a few statistics that I wanted to share with you. Not to throw anything at you and be like that guy who just wags his finger. But
Don't at me.
yeah,
Just
but
do it.
according to the ARP, the Highway Department, talking on a cell phone causes nearly 25% of all car accidents. Do you know how many caused by alcohol? 16.
Wow.
16%. And so, like, I really just wanted to sit down and talk to you, and just, not even just as someone interviewing you, I don't want this to seem like an interrogation by any means. It's more so as a friend,
Right.
because I've ridden in the car with you,
Mm-hmm.
and I've always been really apprehensive about, telling you, because I don't want to tell people how to drive.
I mean, have we ever gotten in an accident though?
This is true. We have not gotten in an accident, and I thank God every day that does not happen. But who's to say that that next day isn't the day that completely ruins us?
I mean, I don't know. I've never even gotten in an accident at all, ever.
Ever. You're gonna make this hard for me, aren't you?
I mean, nothing's happened yet.
Yes. And you're young, and I understand that people our age are invincible,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing can stop us. But I kind of wanted to give you a personal account of something that happened. And I never really told you about this.
Okay.
I'm really, apprehensive to talk to people about it. But back in high school, one of my very best friends, he was behind the wheel, and he always saw himself as a multitasker, and he would always eat and talk on the phone and write papers behind the wheel. Like I said, multitasking. Everything I learned from him. But there was one day where I guess he just wasn't paying enough attention, and he had a head-on collision with another car. It was a van, and there was an entire family in it. And come to find out, he ended up surviving, but the entire family didn't. Come to find out, in the hospital, the family that he killed was his own. Yeah, and so that's something that he has to live with for the rest of his life. And I promise you, to this day, he does not do anything but have a laser focus behind the wheel. And I don't want it to be a situation where something that drastic has to happen to you or me or anyone else that we know or care about. And so that's why I implore that you do what you can to kind of pay more attention to the road and be mindful of not only yourself but other people that might be in the car. Yeah. I'm sure you got a lot to live for.
Yeah, for sure.
You definitely got a lot to live for. And I don't want to jinx you and say, bad things are going to happen to you because we've had this conversation. But that's just really something that's a huge concern to everyone around you because we care about you. We care about you. So that's really clear. I kind of wanted to give you some options as far as I don't want you to be like I understand we have things to talk to other people when we have to do it right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the caveat of our generation. We have that information at our fingertips, so we're going to use it regardless. And I understand that. And so, and as far as I'm sure the stipulations are concerned, I'm sure you want this to have an alternative to have a positive reward. You know, you don't want to,
That'd be
yeah.
nice.
You want it to be simple. You don't want to have to go through all the trouble of programming and Bluetooth and putting all these contraptions in your car and stuff like that. No. And, you know, so that plays into the idea of convenience over inconvenience. You want it to be as convenient as possible. And so, one of the suggestions that I have for you is maybe just sending a text message when you're at a complete stop. Say if you're in standstill traffic where you don't have to focus nearly as much for a given amount of time.
I could do that. I could do that.
Or just set up like a long stop, or like a long stoplight or a stop sign. Just send a quick text, really quick. Maybe shorthand, something that's not necessarily a novel.
Right.
And bring your attention back to the road. Also, yeah, I think you would. So it still gives you the ability to touch it. Yeah, without being completely constricted and not being able to send that one text back. Also, I did some research on some speech-to-text software that you can install on your phone. It's a little pricier than what most people expect, but it gives you the ease of not having to worry about fumbling with your phone, looking at your screen. You should be looking at the road. I think the most expensive one that I've found probably run you about $19-20.
That's not too bad.
It takes.
I don't know if I want to spend that much or money on this.
And I mean, if you have an alternative that keeps you from spending the money, then I definitely understand. Another option would be just calling the person as opposed to texting.
What about calling while you're driving?
Not calling while you're driving. If it's a text message, especially if it's a text message that can wait, or if it's a text that's maybe too long to really explain with another text message, it'd be better if you speak to them either on the phone or in person. Just kind of hold off and when you get a chance to talk to them, talk to them.
So what if I don't like talking on the phone?
Yeah, if you don't. Well, I mean, there's just in life you have to realize that there's certain compromises that you must make in order to be safe. And I guess the most drastic option would be not texting at all.
That's
It never hurts to try. More so a Hail Mary than anything else. But it seems like you kind of gravitate towards the idea of maybe texting at full stops.
I like that.
You like that?
I like being in constant communication with people, but I'm not so much a phone talker.
Okay, and that would be it's safe to say that would be the most comfortable.
Yeah.
Comfortable option, but still being able to be in touch with your friends, family, and others, while still being able to focus on the road. Okay. Well, I think are we at an accordance here?
I think a little bit.
Can we shake hands?
For sure.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad that I've been able to kind of, change your mind and give you a different perspective on, being safer, but still being able to keep in contact with the people that you love and care about. So I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
You're welcome.
And now I won't be as uncomfortable riding.
All right.